Eastern Conference Finals as we're set for coverage of Game 1 right here on EA Sports. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, tonight the Toronto Raptors taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Hi everyone, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Raptors coming into play. They have got to get home court advantage, and they'll need it in what's going to be a tight 5-game series.
And I'll tell you, these 5 games really make each game take on a greater importance than the 7-game series we're used to.
Irving tosses. The pass set it all up. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it, on the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Just getting going here in Game 1. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Pascal Siakam. Oh, highlight moves. The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Irving into the front court. Lead is 2. And counted at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Gasol. And the nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Irving. They'll get it to Durant. Rises for the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Toronto with the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And scores. Strong take.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can... He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Durant. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Dinwiddie into the front court. 10-all is our score. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. To Durant. Irving. To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie.
I can't believe he missed that, but look, you have to stay connected to him defensively or he'll eat you alive.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Count the basket inside.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Kyrie. That's no good. So Lowry. And count the basket.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Irving. Marc Gasol with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
It's a big finish. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Irving. Marc Gasol. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team leads it by 10. To Gasol. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Great look and vision. From the painted area, won't go down. Lowry into the front court. Up a dozen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Marc Gasol with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
is good as they continue to widen their lead. It's Brooklyn's ball. Gasol rejects it. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. To Sean Livingston. Got it.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
And a throwdown. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Toronto has the basketball. Rocking the rim.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
For 3. His first effort off the mark. The follow won't go either. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Head coach Jay Williams with you. Irving. Rebound, Saric. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Dinwiddie. Won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Brooklyn's got it. Irving to Dinwiddie. Dario Saric tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Irving to Dinwiddie. Shot from the lane won't go. To Powell. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Kyrie Irving, 2 of 4 now.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Irving. It's rebounded by Gasol. It goes down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Irving with the basketball. His guys down big. To Dinwiddie. Going to launch beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. Misses the second as well. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a 3-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Dinwiddie. Marc Gasol pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. Brooklyn with the basketball. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced...
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Turns and slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Throws it down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Kyrie Irving at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. First try, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Kyrie across the timeline. Down a bundle. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Nice pass to get things going.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen. Good look that time, but off the mark. And count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Irving. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors were the dominant team in that first half, without question. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. Marc Gasol swats it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Irving to Durant. Fires the three, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Nets have it. Irving to Durant. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. And throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Lowry. Stuffs it down with authority.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Durant lets it fly. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Durant. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. Make that 7.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Irving to Durant. Kevin Durant, 4 out of 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Slams it down.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Durant has a chance. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Now a whistle, and Toronto is going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in the... We have both squads set to make some moves right now. For 3. Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant to Irving. Durant doesn't have the touch. No good. Runner's good there.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Durant. Gasol sends it away. 8 now.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Irving to Durant. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. Not done yet. KD follows up with the putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Livingston to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. And stuffs it home.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Marc Gasol sends it away. 9 blocks. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Short jumper won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Irving to Durant. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands get in there.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Durant. Won't go. To Gasol. Big finish at the rim.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
To Durant. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
A shot at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. Irving. From long range. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
So Lowry. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Passed it off. And he's going to the free throw line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Karis LeVert, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Kyle Lowry with the rock. Oh, nice find for the basket.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Irving lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to...
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ah, the monster stuff. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Irving. Baseline drive. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block. Been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Nice pass to set things up. And the finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Beyond the arc for three. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Irving lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Long key from three-quarters court. It's the Raptors with the victory. They've grabbed game one of this best-of-5 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire
game wrap-up. The Raptors could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. This has been a